Should Canada cut ties with the British monarchy?
I definitely don't really see a huge purpose in having a monarchy in Canada, and I definitely respect people's opinion either way, but I personally get a kick out of them. I really enjoy them, and I do not think that they do anything bad or good either way, so I'm chill. And I do think that the amount of tourism money that comes in, especially for the UK, and maybe in ties Canada, isn't a bad thing either.
It's good to, have them some kind of figurehead. But when you look at the cost to the Canadian taxpayer, every province has a lieutenant governor, and then we have the governor general, and then all the costs associated with that. And it's symbolic. I don't think we need that anymore.
The Queen shouldn't have their picture on our money. We should have our own money because we're Canada. We're not with the British no more. So I think we should go on our own.
And I think it's a part of our living history that is as relevant to those families who've been here for centuries, including our Aboriginal peoples and people who have moved to the province in recent years. And furthermore, it adds a great deal of color and from time to time a little bit of controversy, which is good. But on balance, it's a good, positive role model for most families, particularly the Queen.
I'm really undecided on that. There's plus and minuses either way. I'm not sure it's practical to do it. And of course, it does lead to issues with relationship with Indigenous peoples, because of course their treaties were signed with the Queen predating Canada. So will they stand, et cetera, et cetera. So it's one of those things. I can't say which way we should go, really.
I don't know if it makes any difference or not. The British monarchy will go on, and really we don't see much of the monarchy. We just live in a world that's governed by our own people, let's say, our own government.
It's interesting. I've thought about that for a long time, and while I appreciate the tradition, I actually think it might be time, especially in light of some of the revelations that we've seen over some of our colonial past.
I don't really have a reason why not, and why too. I guess it's just tradition. I'm a traditional guy, and I don't see any reason why we need to.
100%. They're antiquated and useless at best, and a figurehead to a time gone by where wealth was might. And I'm looking forward to seeing that in the history, and I'm also looking forward to seeing the monarchy in the rear view.
In my opinion, yes. I really don't know what purpose the monarchy serves to Canada. Actually, to me, the monarchy is a waste of money. And there's people in that country starving while everybody's living in royalty.
Couldn't care less. Nah, I don't know, who cares? And then, not an offensive response to the good question, but, I'm 45 years old, lived in Canada half of my life. Who cares, You got countries like Kenya who are begging for the monarchy to come back, if they want to be recolonized, because when the monarchy left, it kind of didn't go so well over there. But for Canada, I don't know. Who cares?
I don't think so. It should be. It should go on. I mean, it should not be. We should not break the ties. I mean, the relationship has to be there forever. But I think so.
Politically, we're a constitutional monarchy, so we are tied that way. I would say, if anything now, we are more symbolically tied, and we're going through that transition anyway. You see it with our currency as we're moving to Canadian heroes like Terry Fox and so on our currency, less about the Queen. And you see it culturally when anytime there's a royal visit, it's not as big a deal as I think it was in past decades.
I think so. I don't think that they have a place in Canada, or sort of, I don't think monarchies in general have any place in modern society. We're a democracy. At best, the monarchy is a figurehead, and they unfortunately stand for colonialism and Canada's more sordid past.
I don't think so. I think it's something that's a long-standing tradition, and I don't know, I kind of like that, so I don't think so.
the royal family and everything, it's lovely, it's a nice tradition, but I feel like all the overseas influence, there's not really any need for it anymore. Like every country kind of can now operate on its own, and I feel like that's a part of history. It's historical now. It's not really necessary, I don't think, unless of course the country wants to be.
I'm indifferent to that. I don't see a harm in it. I don't really have an opinion one way or the other.
The sun should set on the British Empire, and it should set forever. It should be an eclipse. I think it's just a joke. I think it has nothing to do with anything other than just the jesters in the courts of yesteryear just taking our attention away from the actual things that need to be dealt with.
It's a traditional thing. There are thousands of people who like the British monarchy system and feel comfortable with it.
I like being a part of the British monarchy. I think it's unique to us versus the U.S., where they cut ties a long time ago. And I like having the Queen there and the royal family and being a part of that.
I don't think Canada should cut ties with the British monarchy yet. I'm only 21, but I mean, I've traveled there and it's been a lovely, every time my family's from Scotland, so I still have family there, and it's really nice to get to go and know that we're kind of unionized in a way. So
I'm going to say no. I'm going to stick with tradition because that's the kind of girl I am.
You like the monarchy?
I do like the monarchy. I like to follow them. Why not?